Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get started with our lesson. Our red book should be open to page 26. We're going to be working a little bit in the book today, and then we're going to look at our music for our upcoming concert. Okay, sound good? Got it? Yay. Okay, let's warm up with our scale. Let's do our concert C scale. Rebecca, you can take your time getting ready. 1, 2, half notes please. 1, 2, ready. In our C scale, which is concert B flat, in our C scale, do we have B flats or B naturals? B naturals, yes, very good. So if they're B naturals and we're playing the low one, not the high one, how do we play that B natural? Which finger is with it? Is it with? It's going to be your second finger, not your first finger. So I should hear, it should go. Oh, wait 1 second. Listen first. Can we play B, C all together? 1, 2, ready, and. That was awesome. That was actually pretty good. Some of us are still working on going over the break. We're also going to do a little bit of that today because in the second Harry Potter, there's a lot of stuff that goes over the break. And over the break are those high notes. We're going to look at that. Okay, can we try another? Can we try the scale again? Remember? C, D, E, F, G, A, low B, low C. 1, 2, ready. We're going to keep on working on it, but I really, really want to get to our music today. On page number 26, we are now talking about single eighth notes and dotted quarter notes. Can someone read for me the single eighth note definition? Brianna, thank you.
A single eighth note is half as long as a quarter note.
Is half as long as a quarter note. So we took a quarter note, we cut it in half, we forgot about one of the other halves, and we just have that one single half of a quarter note now. Do you want to read the dotted quarter note definition, Nina? Go right ahead.
The dot after a note adds half the value of the note.
Adds half the value of the note. So we just talked about the half the value of a quarter note is a single eighth note. So that dot is representative of that single eighth note. And if you look there, it kind of gives you like a weird little music note math equation. Rebecca, can you see it on the page?
Yeah.
It's in the yellow box if you have to scooch over a little bit. It gives you a quarter note plus a dot equals a quarter note plus an eighth note equals a dotted quarter note. Nina.
It's like a formula.
It is like the formula for figuring out how long they are. Exactly. So here on this page, we have a couple dotted quarter notes and single eighth notes. We don't see that until our second part of, or the second short piece of the page, which is number 133, shortcut. It's all G's and A's. Do you want me to play it for you first, and then we'll work through it all together?
Yes.
Okay. When you play it, it's going to sound like this. Listen to me. Now, why do you think they wrote it the way that they did? Do you notice what happens in measure number 3? What do we have in measure number 3 that we don't have in measures 1 and 2?
Lines that connect the two notes.
The slurs that connect the two notes, which we call ties. What do those ties do?
Well, they tie two notes together, so if you have a whole note, then it'd be a whole note plus a whole note. Eight beats.
Exactly, just like we have an Appalachian Overture, very good connection. So how many beats are we holding this for, Nina?
Like 2.
Almost 2, right? We do 1 full beat and then, Luke?
Wait, here?
Yep, that exact one.
3/4 of a whole note.
You're you're all so on the right track, you're so close. It's 1 beat and then 1/8 note. So what is that similar to what we just talked about? Are there any other rhythms in this that are similar to one beat plus a half of a beat, which is an eighth note? One beat plus an eighth note. Does that sound familiar at all? Hudson's got that, it looks familiar face. What is it? It's the dotted quarter. That's another way to write that, because we have those two eighth notes that are tied together. Two eighth notes tied together is how many beats?
1.5.
One. You're beating me to my point, Luke. It's one beat plus the next one is the eighth. Does that make sense? Can we try this all together? Let's do the first two measures. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1. First two measures only. 1, 2, ready, and go. Wow, was that also like super in tune? It sounded like just one awesome clarinet playing. Let's do that again. G, 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 A, G, 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 A. Ready? 1 and 2 and ready, set, go. Good. The next one we have G, A, G, A, because these notes are what? They're tied together. Here we go. 1 and 2 measures 3 and 4 together. 1 and 2 and ready and go. Let's do it again. Just 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Set, go. Good. Measures 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, maybe. Yeah. Let's do it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. I didn't hear those 1 and 2 and those separated eighth notes. Try it again. 1 and 2 and ready, set, go. Awesome. Can we try the rest of it without reviewing it? Do you think you can read it?
Yes.
Let's do it. Measures, well, the last 4 measures. So count back 1, 2, 3, 4. After that, breath mark. 1, 2, last 4 measures. 1, 2, ready, set, go. And make sure we cut off together, because what should we be doing? Counting in our heads to make sure that we don't hold for too long. Last 4 measures again. 1, 2, ready, and go. Which measures were we doing?
Last 4.
Last 4. Can we try the whole thing?
Yeah.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 1, 2, whole thing, and go. And we cut off together. Really awesome. Really, really nice job. Can we look at the next one? Yes, Rebecca?
I'm having trouble blowing in the thingy-bobber.
Your ligature looks like it's a little high. Make sure it's just a little bit lower. See where like this like semicircle part of your reed is?
Yeah.
No, on the front half. See on the wood other part.
I'm so confused.
Yep. So if the reed's facing you, do you see how it kind of like makes like a little half moon
Yeah.
sort of shape? Make sure that it's underneath that half moon. So I'd say put your ligature down just a little bit.
Okay.
Let me see. Give me 1 second.
That's the dot. I found the dot.
That's okay. Hold my clarinet real quick. You're also just a little off center. Are you looking for the dots in this one?
I found them.
Where are the dots, Nina?
There, there.
That's not helpful. What measures?
2 and 4.
And what?
2 and 4.
2 and 4. So Nina did a really awesome thing. She looked forward into the music to see where the dotted rhythms were that we were talking about. Can you all spot the dotted rhythms?
Found them.
Found them? Found them? Found them? Awesome. So they're in measures 2 and 4. Relatively short thing. It's called Spot the Dots. That's actually kind of funny, like we did what the title was. So we have let's see. F, 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 G, A, F, G, A, A, G, F, A, G, F. Cool? Can we try, do we want to go through it first, or do we want to try and sight read it?
Sight read it.
Awesome, love the challenge. Yes, Nina?
The last warm-up we did was 2-4 and this one's 4-4.
So we've gone from 2-4 to 4-4. Very good observation. Yes, Luke.
Just to let you know, I might have some difficulty playing.
Okay.
Because I have a bit of allergies in
Oh.
my throat.
I know it's that time of the year. Not a problem. Thanks for letting me know. Yes, Hudson.
Can I play solo?
We will think about that. Depends on how much time we have. Okay, ready? Spot the dots. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and ready, set, go. I think we got it. If we had to give ourselves a rating, how do we think we did on that for our first time playing it?
7.
7. That's pretty. 7 out of 10. That's pretty up there.
Well,
Who thinks?
5.
What?
I think
Okay. What else?
9.
9. That's a pretty up there. What can we do to improve our playing on this? What? We could play a little. It is forte, so we could play a little bit louder. Yep, that's one thing.
count the notes.
We could count. Am I going to count them out loud as I play? Can I do that?
No.
1, 2, 3. It's not gonna. I don't know how I could make that work.
In your head.
I should be counting in my head. Yes, I feel. I know what I'm saying. Okay.
What I do
Yeah,
is I
that
tap
doesn't
the foot
work.
a little bit and
That
then
doesn't.
So we can tap our foot. That will help us keep a nice what? Beat. A nice steady beat. So sometimes if you tap our whole foot, it sounds like a marching band that's sitting still. So what I like to do is I like to tap just my big toe. He tends to be a little bit quieter than my entire foot. My foot's like, bah, bah, bah. I don't want loud foot. I want quiet toe. Here we go. Quiet, that works for me. I will take that. Let's try 114 again. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, set, go. Was that better, the same, or worse than the first time we
Better.
played it?
Better.
But okay, so we have 2 betters, 2 ahs,
I think it's better.
3 betters and 2 ahs. Why do you think it was just eh?
Because I messed up a little bit.
Well, even if we mess up, is that okay?
Yeah.
This is the place to be making mistakes because this is where we learn from them, so that's okay. Why do we think it was better?
We kept beat.
We kept a nice steady beat. What else?
We stayed together.
We stayed together. That's a pretty big one, staying together. Did we start together and finish together?
Yes.
Did we have a good volume?
Yes.
Very good. Did we play the right notes?
Yes.
Did we play the right rhythms?
Yes.
That's pretty good. That's almost all the things we have on the checklist criteria. That is all the things I want them to do in the book for right now. We're going to go through Appalachian Overture. Our concert is coming up pretty soon, so we're going to start working on things.
May
May 18th, 7 o'clock is the concert, so we're going to be here at like 6:15. We'll talk about it more later.
There is something going on in May 18th.
Well, try and make yourself free, because concert, you know, it's kind of important. Okay, Appalachian Overture!
It's not the.
Oh, that's okay. We'll put that over here for now.
I knew I had a reason to close it, but
It's just, yeah, but you're like, well, what's going on here? Okay. So, Appalachian Overture.
Okay, I'm good at it.
You guys sound really awesome with it. We're just going to run through it and make sure that we are going to be pretty ready for the concert. Ready? Yes.
Maybe a little rusty.
That's okay. I understand. Your clarinet was out of commission for a little while. Here we go. Okay. So, where are we counting?
Head.
In our heads. What are we doing?
Listening for
We're listening to who?
you. The
Me.
band.
The band.
That's
People.
one thing,
The
yes.
peoples.
We're listening. Well, who
Our
are the
section.
people? Our section, our band, and one last person.
ourselves.
Ourselves, because we want to make sure that we're doing what we have to do. Well, it's more like I'm going to keep my eyes on me. But you can keep your eyes on me too. That's helpful because I'm going to give you the beat. But there's a lot of things we have to do simultaneously as musicians, and we're doing a good job. Here we go. 1, F, F, G, A. Good. And I also want to compliment us. Our posture looks very, very good today. Awesome. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, beginning. 1, 2, ready. Fix that posture. little bit louder. We have dynamic changes, but we do have repeats. Not today.
Why?
Reasons.
Why is there camera?
Reasons. Gotta go, Lionel. Bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. So we do have a lot of repeats here. What is one challenge we might have at 37? Did we notice what was happening at 37?
With
We have those
play the
quarter
same
notes. We do play the same note, yes, but what happens when we have the same thing like that? That's super easy to play. We have a tendency to
Get faster.
get faster. So what is more especially important to do there?
Count in your head.
Count in our heads. Very good. So because this repeats, if we played it once, do you think we can play it again?
Yeah.
Yup, you betcha. Let's get out Harry Potter real quick. We're going to review that.
That was fast.
Yeah, I know. I tried. Okay. Harry Potter. We're going from what kind of time signature to what other kind of time signature? Nina.
We're going from 4/4 to 3/4.
We're going from 4/4 to 3/4. Another thing in the beginning of our music changes. It's not a time signature, but it's a
Dynamic?
signature.
Oh.
I've said it a couple times.
Or what's that?
A
Mixed up, yeah.
A what? I think you said the right thing. That's why.
I don't know.
A key signature.
Oh.
The key signature tells us what notes are sharp and what notes are flat. So we had one flat in our last song, or our last piece. What do we have in this one?
A sharp.
One sharp. Do we know what sharp that is? It's a high note. We know that, but it's higher on the staff, but for us it's usually a lower note. Every good boy does?
F.
It's an F. Good call. Yes. So we're going F sharp. Yep, is your first finger if we're going to remember that. Yep, yep. Let's play an F sharp all together. 1, 2, ready, and. Very good. Now this one we have to make sure we're counting. We're having a little hard time. Oh, wait one sec. We're having a little bit of a hard time with the counting. So make sure in our head we're not counting till 4, but we're counting till 3. We're counting till 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, go. Now let's just review that real quick. Where do we have in measure 10? Can you tell people no right now? Thank you. In measure number 10, what kind of F do we have? What kind of F do we have? Clarinets. What kind of F do we have in measure 10?
F sharp.
Do we? What's in front of that there?
Oh, that's not what natural.
F natural. So that's our thumb, and in measure 11 we have an F sharp. So we have to make sure that we're paying attention to those. Can we start measure 10 and do measure 10 and 11 together? Ready? 1, 2, 3, measure 10, go. Let's do that again. Just right there. Just 10 and 11. 1, 2, 3, ready, set, go. Good. One more time. 1, 2, 3, ready, set. How many beats does that be flat? 3. How many did we hold it for?
4.
2-ish, 2.5. Go from measure 13. Where are we counting?
Head.
And where are we keeping a steady beat?
Foot.
In our toes.
A big toe.
13, please. Big toe, yes. One big toe. SpongeBob reference. Here we go. 13. 1, 2, 3, 13, set, go. Now we have a lot of accidentals in this. Accidentals are sharps and flat notes. How do we play A flat?
A flat. This one.
A natural is your top one.
This one.
It's our side key. Can we play an A flat all together? 1, 2, go. Whoa, make sure we have a good sound though. Can we play 15, 16, and 17? And then I think we're going to try and wrap things up for the day. We go B flat, A flat, A. Ready? 15, 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, go. Let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, 15, ready, go. Appalachian Overture today?
Yes.
Did we do we worked a little bit on our scales. Did we do our warm-up in the book? What did we learn in the book? What did we learn about?
The dotted thingy about.
We learned about our dotted notes. What did we figure out about measure 35 in Appalachian Overture? What do we have a tendency to do when we go?
Speed.
So what do we not want to do?
Go faster.
We don't want to go faster. Good. I will see you guys today, 8th period. You did an awesome job. If you need a pass class, I will write that for you because I'm feeling we will.